How many people here have competed in a district level contest? Wow. Paula, what did you do?
I gave an international speech contest speech at the district level.
How did that work out?
I took second place.
Oh, so close. Chris?
I've done a bunch. The highest I got was first place in Europe in the tabletopist contest.
Excellent. Congratulations. Hi, Ada. How did you do at the district?
That was 1988.
Yes.
I was lucky to represent our Eastern Division. And I didn't get any prize, but I earned a valuable experience. And I remember the title was Let's Be Number One Again, USA.
All right. Mike, you've competed at the district level.
I have.
What was that?
I competed in the International Speech Contest last year, District 26. Great experience. I think the greatest thing about it was the warm and very helpful support I got from my fellow Toastmasters, including many of you.
Renee?
I was humor speaking contest. I didn't win anything.
Reed, I saw you raise your hand.
Evaluations this last round.
This very last round. Tommy, did I see you raise your hand?
I made it, back then I know the rules were a little different, but I made it like the third club, then, what was it, area, then district?
Division, then district.
I made it to division.
To division. Excellent.
Oh, international.
International. So just thinking about that, at the district level, we have 4 contests each year. We have 6 divisions, so there's only 24 people who get an opportunity to do those speeches, to compete at the highest level at the district. There's over 3,000 people here in District 26, so that's better than 1 in 1,000 people actually competing there. And how many people just in the last year from Peak Performance? That is pretty elite. That is pretty astonishing. But outside of that, how many people are professional speakers or want to be professional speakers? to tag on what Mike was saying earlier. Again, that's pretty amazing. There's not a whole lot of people that want to do that, who want to get up here on the stage and face the audience, particularly without a lectern. What about at leadership? How many people here have been an elected member of the district? Who's had an elected office? Paula, what was your office?
Division governor.
Division governor. Reed.
Was a division governor.
You were a division governor as well. Plus there are 3 members of our club right now who are not here today because they're helping to host a TLI up in Cheyenne, another division governor and 2 district governors past. That's some pretty rarefied air. There are some significant and very, very astonishing people who are part of this club. It's an elite membership. Mike, to pick on you one more time, it's kind of intimidating to be a leader of Peak Performance, wouldn't you say? All the people that have all this vast leadership experience and they're looking to you.
I don't consider it intimidating. I think it's a challenge. Because when you lead people that are junior to you, then you have a bit more authority to, and you can maybe use that as a lever. This requires really, I think, true leadership, where you lead without truly without any type of formal or even informal authority in a way. Just to get people to do, basically through the heart.
Well, I found being president of Peak Performance actually very intimidating because, well, you weren't there at the very first organizational meeting, but I had kind of pulled everybody together, and we're in this very, very large room. We have this long board room table, and I'm sitting here at the end, and everybody's staring at me, and there's at least 3 past district governors, a whole slew of past and current division governors, half a dozen DTMs. They're all sitting there, and they're staring at me, and they're expecting me to lead them. And they're all standing between me and the door. That was scary. That was intimidating to have everybody there looking at me to lead. But it wasn't bad because it wasn't scary, even though it was intimidating, because I knew I had their support. Everybody in that room wanted this to succeed. They wanted me to succeed. And that was so gratifying. It made me realize I can do this, that I can help lead this team to create an advanced club. So here's a pop quiz. No number 2 pencil needed, but how many new members do we have in Peak Performance this year? Shout it out.
0.
0. We have 0. How many members have we lost this year? 6. If you go to the web page, it says 6. We've actually lost 2 more, so 8. So a third of our membership has disappeared. I have been asking some of these people, what's going on? Why are you no longer want to be in Peak Performance? What's happened? And some people, this just doesn't work for them anymore because of the distances they have to travel in order to get to the club. But a significant number of people have told me they do not feel supported here. They do not feel that the evaluations are warm, that there are people being critical of the leadership roles that they're fulfilling. And I find that incredibly sad, that here I was able to garner all that support, all that love from everyone, and today we seem to have lost that. Now, I asked everybody, I gave everybody out one of these envelopes as part of my evaluation. But actually, that speech, it doesn't matter. This is our club evaluation. This is your and my individual evaluation. So everybody, please take out your envelopes and open those up. Now in here, and yes, I am getting old. Much better. What I am asking everybody to do is to evaluate. What are you doing to elevate peak performance? It's so easy to get on a plateau and we say that yes, we are peak, but what are we doing to not only raise ourselves up, but to raise up the membership? So my directions to you are to evaluate what you are doing with this club and what you can do better. And I'm going to ask each and every one to give an evaluation. So just to be fair and to start this off, because I'm the one who has foisted all of this upon you, Alex, what are you going to do to elevate peak performance? So my first item on there is, well, I could bring a guest to a meeting before a certain date. You know, when I look around at peak performance and I think about Resource Masters, my home club, we already have 4 members here. That's roughly a quarter of the entire membership. You know, I was talking with one of our former members and brought up this point, well, you know, Paula, we already have a quarter of our membership right here already. We have to do more. And let's think, you know, Mark is eligible, and Heather, and Judy, Jeff, Philip, all of these people are eligible for peak performance. And I know that some of them may have difficulties, like say Philip has a young family, so Saturday mornings probably doesn't work for him. But we need to invite these people. We need to get them in here so that they can have the advantages, so that they can see what's going on. There's one thing that I could do immediately. Improve my evaluations. Well, how can I do that? You know, sometimes, here's a little secret, I can get a little snarky. Alex can get a little snarky. Yeah, okay, I've got one left. Thank you.
Never noticed.
So how can I improve my evaluations? By not doing that, by being better spoken and more thoughtful about how I give those evaluations. How can I support a friendly, positive environment here? You know, there's things that every one of us can do. What about support the officers? I know that I'm doing some support with Mike right now, trying to do a little bit of mentoring, and I hope I'm having a positive effect on this, but I can do more. Finally, for everybody, I gave something special, something that I felt applied directly to you. And mine is, how will you use the founder's bully pulpit to elevate peak?
I think you just did.
Well, exactly. Guess what? Here I am right now. I'm saying that our culture has issues that we need to address. You may think of something else. That's why there's this blank line there. It's something else that you have noticed that we need to do to improve our culture, something that you can directly take a hold of. So what I'm asking everyone to do now is to take that minute that we typically have between a speech and evaluation to think about what you can do. And then we're going to go around and we're going to tell everyone what we are going to do to improve peak performance. Okay, that's our minute. I've given you some of my ideas about what I should do, but what are some of yours? Last week we had a fairly special meeting. We had lights, camera, action, a lot more so than we have today. It was like we were on a TV set. And I have to admit, I was sitting in the back and I was feeling incredibly intimidated and think, what am I doing here? But then sitting back and thinking of, as founder of Peak Performance, this is what we were trying to do. We were trying to do something different, something special, something wildly different than we do in our own home clubs. And that's why we wanted to put Peak Performance together. So this is what we want. This is fulfilling the dream. We just need to make sure that in doing that, that we are elevating ourselves and not being elites. Mr. Toastmaster.